Hope this email finds you well. Overworked and Underplayed is a not safe for work Dungeons and Dragons actual play podcast about a group of young professionals from the real world who find themselves transported to a strangely familiar place full of fantasy and magic. See attached for episode descriptions and content warnings. Thanks for listening.
Oh my gosh, did you guys see those police arrest those guys? I think they were the Lord Protector's special group.
Yeah, that makes complete sense, because I'm not saying that they were holed up in their room, those two folks making drugs, but they had a lot of chemicals in there. I think they even got them from, that pirate guy down at the dock.
I mean, whatever they were doing, one of their buddies was just sitting by the pool the entire time, leaving them upstairs to do God knows what.
Typical.
You guys missed the best part. There were two of them that were in the gym. They were lifting, and the guy lifted 500 pounds, but then the girl lifted 3,000 pounds. It was crazy. But I've seen more sexual tension between siblings.
Greetings, listeners. This is Overworked and Underplayed, a D&D podcast for young professionals by young professionals. I'm your DM or district manager, Alex Capps. And today's icebreaker, what was your character's first job?
What up, it's your boy Marcel Hardy playing Richard Cox, a human consultant turned halfling bard who wholly believes it's better to be lucky than good, but it's best to be both. And Richard's first job was working at a grocery store, namely as a shelf stocker. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Richard used to be 6'4", and so he literally only stocked the top shelf that the other employees couldn't reach.
They knew who they were hiring.
I could just see Richard being so nervous for the interview, and then the guy running the store sees how tall he is. He goes, "Oh, sweet, we don't have to buy a ladder."
Hello, my name is Annalyn Hardy, and I play Taylor Jacobs, a centaur barbarian with a heart of gold. And so she did not have to get a first job until she was in college. And so she did a bunch of different internships that did different marketing things. One of the things she's really proud of is that she created some graphic designy pamphlets for a biotech company that has since grown from 50 people to 200 or something. And they still use it today. And it's a highly requested piece of marketing material. So
Hi, everyone. My name is Katie, and I play Crystal, the Drow Druid with her very own MLM, Crystal Clarity. And her first job was actually something she attained by accident. She went to a restaurant with her friend, and she entered a contest for a free makeover. And then she won, which was crazy. And when she won, she went to the makeover, and the lady thought she was so beautiful that she wanted her to represent the products that she was selling. And so she became a independent consultant business owner for a local unnamed MLM.
Hey, I'm Marjorie. I play Amy and Amanda, a basic B rough and tumble human fighter with a freshly minted dentistry degree. So part of growing up in the Amanda household is they really want to instill a good work ethic in you. And so she started working when she was 13 or 14, actually getting a W-2 type of thing. And her first real tax job was at the local fair, painting faces for little kids. And it's really surprising that was a W-2 job, right? But so she loved it. She thought she was really good at it, but was not very good at it at all. And she ended up all the little kids' faces, she would always do the big clown teeth kind of thing. And kids would leave crying. And it would just be the parents would be mad. I think she had maybe 2 weeks on that W-2 as her first real job.
I'm Tyler, and I play the IT paladin known as Bentley. And Bentley's first job is going to be the same as my first job. He was a pizza delivery driver, and here's a real story for you. Worst experience being a pizza delivery driver is sometimes people are weirdos when they order pizza. So my experience with that was I once delivered a pizza to a guy out in the middle of nowhere. Answers the door, and it's some 65-year-old wrinkled dude wearing nothing but a dog collar and a leash with a pink bra.
No.
And he didn't even tip.
No. He didn't tip?
He just
All
left
the
you the wrong kind
trauma.
of tip.
All right. Well, and once again, I am Alex Caps, your DM or district manager. And my first job was being a player character, but apparently I talked too much and disagreed with the DM enough. He said, well, if you think you know what you're doing, why don't you come and do it? And here I've been ever since.
I'm not sure if that conversation actually went that way, but I could almost believe it given who your first DM was.
Hey listeners, this show is made possible by the support of our awesome patrons. In addition to a thank you for their support, our patrons get an ad-free listening experience and access to exclusive bonus content. In the weeks between episodes, our patrons are getting an extra show where we recap episodes and talk about some of our favorite moments. For more details about what you can get by supporting us on Patreon, check us out at patreon.com/ownuppod.
So, as we open, you guys find yourself seated at the dining hall in Harry Longshaft's castle, known as Adness Hall. So, we pick up where you guys left off, where he asked you all to sit. And you look as he says, hurry now, we have much to discuss about these vile cretins who are destroying our local economy.
We just sat down and you're telling us to hurry?
Excuse me, sir, but please don't take offense to this, but last time we were invited to sit down, we were poisoned and knocked out.
Yeah?
So, do you have
we should
like
be able to take our time.
Yeah, so I hope, sir, with all due respect, Your Honor, and stuff, I think I will pass on this and maybe just have some water.
He says, you... Well, I assure you, on my long shaft honor, that no harm will become of you for partaking in this feast. He says, but choose to do what you wish.
Yeah, last time there was like a spider though, and it just like really ruined our appetites, you could kind of
It
say.
didn't go great.
The chefs had prepared our specialty for the evening. The first course was our famous potato soup.
Okay.
Very, very, it's a very, very traditional dish of our city. And this one in particular, we had gotten fresh bacon to top the soup this morning. So if you choose to turn that down, that's your prerogative, but I'll be having a bowl.
Amy Ann's sweating bullets.
Crystal takes her fingernail polish and she just like dips it in the stuff.
For the checking? Yeah.
Yep. To detect poison, and she's like
so
dipping her finger in everything.
So as the servants come out, you like slip your finger into the bowl that's put in front of you, and nothing happens. Like it's good to go.
I hope that she did that subtly and not just like.
Can you make a sleight of hand check?
I imagine she wouldn't care about that. It would just be like a child.
I think you're right. I think I don't actually care. Hold on. Let's see if I. Oh, that was loud. Well. I mean, it's like an 18, so...
Yeah, so you do it discreetly enough. You're not sure if it was you were discreet enough, or if it's that Harold just kind of is so preoccupied with other matters that he didn't notice. But as you draw your hand back, you see that your nail polish did not change color.
Okay, and she just she holds her hands up to everybody. She's like trying to like signal like... It's good. We're good. We're good. It's fine. See?
Bentley's already half through with the bowl because he had good vibes.
Yeah.
That's a really pretty manicure. Are we supposed to know what that means?
Oh, I have like that stuff painted on my nails so that it's like my anti-roofie fingernail polish.
Oh.
So
you see as Harold turns and he goes, "What is a roofie?"
It's the opposite of a flory.
He looks very puzzled.
It's just bad. It's bad stuff put in food, and we just want to make sure we had this really bad experience. Although I think I did this the last time, and it still didn't help us. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure you guys were legit. So I'm just here testing everything. All that subtlety went out the window. She doesn't.
He says, Harold seems a bit taken aback, and he says, "Well, I guess one can never be too careful in these trying times."
You're correct. You are so right.
So, all of you, please enjoy your soup. But please, tell me, where are you from? You do not dress or act in a manner that is similar to what I'm used to dealing with. You do not appear to be imperial in nature, and nor do you appear barbaric.
Oh, that's what I am. I'm pretty sure. We got like our palms red or something, and I'm a barbarian.
Yes, but you're not part of the barbarian tribes from the north. Your
Oh,
clothes
is
are
it
far too
like
fine for
some
that.
kind of professional
No, we're from the south.
organization?
You're from the
Yeah, we're
south?
from the south.
Atlanta.
Interesting. I've never heard of that province.
It's a really, really long way away.
Yeah, you probably. I mean, that makes sense. You've never heard of it. It's, I mean,
Interesting.
a lot of peaches.
Peaches?
Yep.
I hope peaches exist in this world.
No, he says, I know what a peach is. I've had
Oh,
a
okay,
peach
great.
before.
So
He
anyway,
says,
where are you
obviously-
from? Are you from this area?
He kind of looks around. He goes, my family has lived here quite some time. You know, my ancestors actually helped found this city.
Oh, wow.
In
Oh.
fact, my great-great-grandfather, William Longshaft, he was known
Billy
as
Jack.
the layer of pipe. He was the one who brought indoor
Wow.
plumbing to the city of Lavron.
Wow. It's like a big deal.
Yes.
I feel like you just like prevent, like, that's like historically like a really big deal.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a very big deal. Thank you for
Saves like a
noticing.
bunch of lives. Like,
Yes, and that means you can go to the bathroom inside, and then the
yeah,
poop
instead of shitting out
disappears.
your window. That's
Yes.
kind of crazy.
The streets have
Big
been
deal.
much cleaner since
Yeah.
since we introduced that many years ago.
What a proud Longshaft lineage from all that laying pipe. Wow.
Yes,
Really impressive.
we have. Our family has always served this city and tried to have its best interest at heart, like when my father, Johnson Longshaft, tamed the monstrous beavers of Humpton.
I literally cannot take this.
How many
You
beavers did
censored.
you
Alex,
tame?
That's
Alex,
it.
get it together.
No. I need to know how many beavers did he tame?
It was quite a number of beavers.
Into the hundreds.
You're just
Yes.
a collector of pelts.
Yes, he collected
The
many
beavers-
pelts.
It
Did
was
the
the
beavers eat a
70s.
lot of wood?
Lots of furry beavers. Okay.
Yeah, that is a joke
Now-
that carried. Okay.
There's just a lot there.
Yeah, there's too much material.
So 3 bowls of soup later.
Oh, no. After the first bowl of soup, after he says, oh, you've all finished your soup. Was it to your liking?
It's quite delectable.
It
It
smells
was
like
Taylor's
potatoes.
just been like,
I think Amy Ann is our resident soup connoisseur. She's sampled quite many soups in this region.
I have, but I'm abstaining for now, just because I've been through a really traumatic couple of days, and you know it smells delicious. And another time I'll take you up on it.
Yeah, you really are missing out.
Okay,
Oh.
thanks, Bentley.
Well, you see as he claps his hands and he says, on to the main course then. And you see his servants come out and they collect the dishes. And he says, so, which one of you is the one that has been causing the ruckus with Crystal of the Church of Clarity?
That would be me. She's kind of a thief and a liar, and I hate her guts. And I hope she
Well-
dies.
That's amazing. I hope that she dies too. Or at least no longer is my problem. Now,
That's a pretty
so-
dark thing to hope on someone.
Yes, it is.
Well, he's part of the monarchy. Like, you know, they're not exactly great people. He says, so tell me, what is your gripes with her? What is this thievery she has stricken upon you?
So, I built a business from the ground up, and when I came
an
over
entrepreneur.
here, yes, through and through, I worked my butt off, my boss girl butt off. And when I came here, my cell phone was missing, and I found out that this like fake version of me. I don't know, I used to not look like this. I used to look human, and now I look purple. And it used to not be. She looks like the old version of me, and I don't know how she did that, but she has my stuff, and she used it to basically steal all of my hard work. and now she's reaping the benefits and also taking it way farther than I am. I never asked my people to worship me, but this bitch is actually having people worship her, and I think that's kind of gross. So, yeah.
So basically, at the very beginning, he seemed very eager, but the more you talked, the less he understood about what's going on. So let me get this straight. You've been glamored like by some kind of witch, and she has changed your form?
I don't know. Everybody else also looks different. We used to look like pretty normal, I guess, and now we don't. I don't think this is a what'd you call it?
A glamour?
Oh, I don't think that's what this is, because as far as I can tell, I am this now, and I think my friend over here with the horses.
Do you want to see my ass?
I don't think that's fake. I think I think we are those things now.
Taylor's gonna like go horse and then go back.
Oh, that's
good. Cool. You got
interesting.
control over that. That's pretty cool.
And it's about that time you see a very well appointed and dressed woman walks into the room and says, "Well, that's quite presumptuous of you to show your ass to my husband without me present. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Iwana."
I like how she said without her present.
Did you just blame her for her body? Is that what we're doing?
Excuse me, who are you?
I'm Crystal. And we are girls here. I don't know what your intention was with that comment, but maybe lay off.
She just kind of just looks at you and she says,
Taylor like was mortified and now she feels empowered.
Richard's also like, oh, is this a personal growth from Crystal?
We don't do body shaming in this world. Crystal doesn't do body shaming. It's part of her brand.
Well, I wasn't body shaming. I was merely pointing out how your friend made a very forward gesture. But
being
either way, I've been informed that you people are not from around here. Maybe this is something that's normal where you're from. So I'll give you the benefit.
It isn't, but still.
Taylor is gonna like prostrate herself, like 1,000 apologies. I'm so sorry. You're right. That was out of line.
No need to do that. All is forgiven. Let us have dinner. And you see as Harold just kind of he has this look on his face like could this get any worse, right?
Harold's just like, I've made a mistake.
Yeah. And he says, so Miss Crystal it was, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So tell me, so you believe that this woman has stolen from you what is yours and has perverted this image of this thing you created?
Yes. It's a whole network marketing business model. I'd be happy to like walk down with you and like see if you're interested in joining. I do have a few other people that have joined my business recently, and they've seen some amazing returns on their investments.
Have they too quit their jobs?
I don't think so. I think it's like a side hustle. They kind of need their jobs to do this job. So no, I don't think so.
That's the most accurate description of an MLM I've ever heard.
It kind of need additional funding on top of it.
Okay. Well, in that case, that is an improvement over the current situation.
In fact, I'd say they probably work harder at their current jobs to get, because like they're kind of having to like get on boats and go places. So it keeps them working harder. Actually, it does actually do that. It does do that. It makes them work harder. It's like an energy drink.
A what?
I forgot.
What is it called? That drink that they have? It's like coffee. Boom juice.
Oh, boom juice.
It motivates them like boom juice.
Interesting. Yes. Well, we do have some fine boats here in Lavron, so anything that gets people on the boats has got to be a good thing for the city.
Yeah, my whole thing was productivity in the workforce. That was my whole.
It's my understanding that you're currently in a bit of a legal dispute with this person. So, as the Lord Protector of the city, what could I do to aid you in harming this organization?
You can get my phone back.
Your what's a phone?
Hey Richard, do you still have yours?
I do still have mine, and Richard pulls his out and kind of shows it to the Lord Protector. The difficult part with retrieving hers is it's in evidence. I don't know what the rules and customs are if you'd be able to retrieve something from them that's currently in evidence.
Hmm. Well, there
It's
are
being used as an exhibit, so
yes, there is rule of law in this city. We take our law very seriously, as I've heard you are very aware.
unfortunately.
But if you say this is yours, and you could prove ownership of some sort, then our laws would actually it would benefit you. You should be able to claim back your property if you could prove it was yours. Is there a way you could do so?
Yes. It does have a pass code on it, like a pass, like um, like there's a long multiple number code that I know that I don't think this other person knows. I think they've been using the Face ID unlock feature instead of actually changing the passcode.
Y- y-
So
So you're saying
yeah.
all these words, and he's just kind of nodding along like he understands what you mean, but you can tell with the blank look in his eyes that he's like, you're basically speaking another language to him.
Can
Oh,
we see the rest of us? Can we see his face and things like that?
Yeah, yeah. You guys are all sitting at one big table, and it's
I
about
think
this time.
what my companion here is trying to say is that it is enchanted magically, and only she knows the secret magic sauce.
Oh, like a password.
Exactly.
like,
Ah,
a pass,
interesting.
like the thing I just said? Yeah.
You said
That.
passcode.
Oh, you're right. I did say passcode. Yeah.
He says, "Excellent. I will see what we can do about getting you an opportunity to prove that this device is yours."
Yes, that would be
Um,
amazing.
and it's about this time that the servants come back out with the main dish, and he goes, "Excellent. My family's specialty. Please enjoy." And you see what appears to be bangers and mash in front of you. And he says, us long shafts are famous for our sausage. I hope you enjoy it."
Hmm. Yeah, I'm sure we will. Thank you. I am. She's gonna poke it with her finger.
So, I mean, it looks like a bratwurst. Like, it
Yeah.
actually it is
She's
probably,
gonna.
of all of the things you've seen food-wise, this is the first thing that kind of reminds you of the kind of food that would have been available back in your world.
Cool.
Mm.
She's still gonna poke it with her finger.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't change color or anything. Like,
Okay.
he goes, "This is quite peculiar. Do you eat sausage with your hands where you're from?"
No, I just have trust issues. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Better touch something first with your hands before putting it in your mouth.
He says, "Well, if you're going to use your hands, you might need two for that one."
I'd like to lodge a formal complaint against Alex Caps for these.
Marjorie's like, I'm done. I walked into that one. I did. That one was my fault. I let him to water. What can you expect? He's got to drink from it.
When you're like a picky eater as a kid, but your parents won't let you get up without making some kind of effort, and so you kind of mush up your food and move it around and junk. That's what
Right.
Taylor's been doing this entire meal. So it looks like she's tried everything, but she, like Amy Ann, is very, and Crystal as well, like not trusting of this meal for sure.
Although Crystal wasn't bothered the last time she got poisoned, so I guess I don't know why I'm being so.
You were still trying to get everybody to join the cult.
Yeah, I was good with it. I was like, this is fine.
You're like, guys, this means they think we're cool.
But that was a situation I understood, and this is a situation I don't understand.
What about Bentley and Richard? What are y'all doing?
Yeah, I'm enjoying that sausage.
He says, he sees Bentley start devouring it. He goes, "Now there's a man who loves some sausage."
Yeah, totally. You keep just slicing up and eating the sausage and mash.
All right, Tyler, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
21.
Okay, so you feel this warm feeling just come over you, almost like a euphoria, as you feel like actually content from like the food you've eaten for the first time since you've been here. And the next time you would have to roll a Constitution saving throw to beat a level of exhaustion, you automatically pass it for until you sleep again.
Even though I don't think that that's going to come up at all in the future.
It's just...
I appreciate it. Billy's like, wow, this sausage is really good. You guys need to dig into this sausage. Is there seconds? Or no, I'm like, because it's course, so...
he says,
so we gotta wait for dessert.
He says, "Oh, no. If you, he says, if you wish to have some more sausage, that's perfectly fine. But I would advise you all to save room for some of my wife's famous pie.
What kind of pie is it?
It's a cherry pie.
But
the cherry cream pie."
Nobody touched it. Nobody touched it.
We're putting brakes on Alex. We're not.
We hear you, Marjorie.
I'm gonna mute again because I keep laughing at all the dick jokes because I'm immature like that.
He says, "So,
no need to take this offline. Overworked and Underplayed will circle back after these messages."
He looks at... What about you, Richard? Have you partaken in any of the food?
Yeah, so Richard has been trying to kind of like bridge the gap of us being weird and not normal here and like trying to, good client relations. So like he's seeing Crystal poke it or whatever. And so he's like trying to make it seem like that's normal for where we're from. So he also pokes the stuff, but then he also like eats it like a normal person too. So he's like trying to bridge the gap culturally.
All right, so
Crystal's
Richard...
eating it like a normal person. She's not taking her fingernail and skewering a sausage and eating it.
Okay, so Crystal is eating some of it?
Yes, Crystal ate some of it.
So I need Crystal and Richard to also make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Richard got a 13 on the con save.
Okay, you get the same effect as Bentley.
10.
You get the same effect as Bentley. Anything above a 5 was a pass. Anything below a 5 and you start having a bellyache. Because the food's so like rich and greasy.
So as we're just absolutely enjoying this food and feeling really well, Richard will be like, all right, so that's awesome. It sounds like, we've kind of talked a little bit about what you can do for us. I'm sure the next question is so what can we do for you?
Well, there is a give and take in this world. And quite frankly, what you can do for me is anything possible to cause this Church of Clarity to no longer function. He says, now, I would prefer if that didn't require a massive amount of bloodshed, but, there's a certain balance in our local economy, and a certain number of jobs going unfilled will lead to a certain number of people with a population of our size dying. So we have to balance filling those positions and, lives. And I have a responsibility. If too many people stop working, a lot of people are going to die from things like starvation or, like, for instance, I said about the candle makers who quit working. If they quit working, people won't have light at night. And they'll stumble and could crack their skulls.
Forget about the whole magic part of this.
Not everyone has magic, darling.
I guess that's fair.
Her name is Crystal?
My apologies.
Yep, I'm good with a little bloodshed, honestly.
A girl
we
after
do try
my
to
own heart.
keep it to a minimum.
Specifically, like one person's blood to be shed, I'm good with. I'm not super great with like mass murder, but I am good with one specific death, if you know what I mean.
Okay, that sounds perfectly reasonable to me. If you have to kill more than that, I don't see a problem with that. But
we just all got licenses to kill.
Speaking of particular people we're interested in disposing of, I think, Bentley, you in particular have a person that you are not a fan of. Maybe Sir Lord Protector, you can help us out a little bit. We have a problem with one Dr. D.
Dr. D, I'm not familiar with it.
I was confused for a second. I'm like, what? Oh, right. Yeah. Fuck that asshole.
I'm sorry, Dr. D?
I think
Dr.
it's
Tartarian. He wears a mask.
Oh, Dr. Datarian.
I thought his name was Dr. Dipshit.
So, you lot have had a run-in with the failed Seeker.
supposed. Yeah, that sounds right.
Still don't know what
Yes.
that is, but yep.
Well, he's a member of an ancient order in this world that claim that they have some magical items that can open up portals to other dimensions or some nonsense like that. And
Yeah, that's
anywho,
totally nonsense.
anywho, he is often a foil to several initiatives we've tried to make happen around this city. Often claiming some bigger picture, some nonsense. I don't know much about him aside from that, other than he is a bit of a pain in the rear.
DM, may we roll insight or something to see if he's actually being truthful or if there are any other nuances to what he's saying?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Taylor's
you
like
don't
big
trust-
picture thinking. That sounds like a good thing. Why would we
Well,
not support
yeah,
that?
but who doesn't claim that you can't see the bigger picture, man? Like, that can be used by anybody. All right, what'd you get?
I only got a 5. Useless.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
I got a
No, that's it. 5.
I got a 17.
Okay. So with a 17, you're Taylor Jacobs, you're like focused intently on him and what he's saying. Like you don't trust anyone. You've seen this movie before, and you're like staring him down. And the conclusion you draw with your 17 insight is that you're not sure this person would be intelligent enough to fool you.
Can
This,
Taylor bracelet and be like, do we have to talk out loud with the bracelets or is it in our minds? It's in our minds, right?
It's in your mind. It's fine.
He's good. He's a dummy. I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that. I think we can trust him, guys. I think he might be safe. Or at least as far as he knows.
Classic the woman's in charge situation here.
Krista's like, I'm down for whatever. Like she wants whatever this guy's offering, she wants it. So
Says, very well. He says, there will be no contracts necessary for this. I think that some of the formality of this city is a bit silly at times, especially some of the corporations. God, don't ever get into an employment contract with one of those a-holes. But he says, I will give you some papers that will help you achieve your goal. And he hands over 2 documents, one of which is travel papers. He says, if any official Travarian outpost gives you any trouble moving through an area, these documents will say that you are on a mission from me, myself. Now, this document, he hands you over another one. He goes, this one is very special, and I would not advise using it unless necessary. But contained inside of this is a blank pardon I have already signed. Should something happen and things go sideways, this would give you, let's just call it a get out of jail free card. Now, don't make me regret giving this to you, but you all seem like pretty straight shooters.
Just to clarify, it's for the party, right?
It
Not
is
like
dumb.
only one person gets to use it.
So the you look on the document and the line like who it's for is blank, and the line what it's for is also blank.
Do these documents have the seal of the Longshaft family on it? And if so, what does it look like?
I'm glad you asked because I did actually design their. Well, I
I
wrote
figured-
out what it looks like.
I figured you did.
So what you see is a battle axe, but the shaft of the battle axe looks about twice as long as it normally would be.
Oh, okay.
And then
The
instead of
blade is at the bottom part, and it kind of looks like 2 testicles.
no, actually, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. But the sigil itself, instead of being round, is like oval shaped because it's oblong. And at the bottom is their family motto: "May our swords never cross."
The quiet laughter from Katie and just the head nod, just disapproval from Marjorie.
It just shocked me. That was all.
Yeah.
I was even expecting it. I was even expecting a stupid joke, and I still.
I think it's
I
kind
think
of
I'm-
clever jokes, but
So I do have another question for you, just based off of the experience that we've had with Crystal and things and the laws in this town. Obviously, I imagine it's very difficult for you to just directly interfere with the business that she has that's established or the religion, and he uses like finger quotes or whatever. But would it be possible for potentially you guys to like maybe outlaw the substances that they're selling? And that would potentially hurt their...
No.
he says, "Well, Richard, that gets us into a very slippery slope because if we start outlawing substances just because they might be potentially dangerous, what's to say that we won't outlaw other things? And then businesses in town will have to go to the expense of changing their formulas and or finding something else to manufacture."
Yeah, God forbid you have federal regulation. That's
We're
crazy.
not potentially dangerous. What if we can showcase that it is actually dangerous?
If you could prove that their products are actually dangerous and convince the people of the city that that's a problem that the long shafts should take upon themselves to handle, then we might be able to get somewhere. But if we were to just order that they be shut down, I mean, there could be revolt in the streets.
Understood.
Crystal wants to talk to Richard in private.
Your Majesty, sir, can I ask what's preventing you from simply taking this other evil crystal out?
Well,
Hostile takeover and whatnot.
I can't be directly involved with that. That would be improper.
That makes sense. We're outsiders. No one knows us. We're quite expendable.
Oh, I never said you were expendable. You all seem like a rather nice and polite group of people. In fact, just from our interaction here, I would say our city would benefit with more people like you.
Oh, I thank you. That's very kind.
Perhaps this could be the opening of diplomatic relationships between Levron and this place. You called it Atlanta, correct?
Yes,
I
that's
mean,
right.
I couldn't see any problem that the city would face from perhaps importing a few more Atlantans.
So as you may know, we already have an employment contract. So this would be kind of taking on an extra project outside of our typical job responsibilities. So I was curious, is there any kind of fee attached?
He says, "Well, this would be a independent contractorship."
Yes.
Oh, so you're wanting some kind of reward for helping us?
Just curious. Just, we wouldn't be doing ourselves a favor if we didn't consider...
Roll persuasion.
Yeah, I mean,
The
might have to
barbarian.
like contact Bluegill if we don't.
And
like-
mind you, you have 2 good omens and 3 bad omens.
I
Crystal
got a
wants to help by
19.
saying, "Oh, go ahead." Never mind.
I got a 19, but yes, go ahead. Keep going.
Crystal wants to say that we don't really have to bring this up to our current employers, Bluegill, because like secondary employment's a thing, and then we'd have to do some like approvals with our legal team. So, yeah.
He you see as he looks and you what you glean from this your attempt to persuade him, Taylor, is that you basically already had him persuaded, but then that was just the icing on the cake. And he goes, "Well, what could I do to make this this little project of ours a little more enticing for you?"
All right, Richard. Taylor's gonna look at Richard and be like, "You're our numbers guy."
The dog has caught the car.
What were you intending? What were you looking? Were you just looking for more gold, or were you looking for like items? Like,
Yeah, gold.
gold.
Harold thinks on your quandary for a little bit, and he says, "Well,
Question: what if we get a getaway car? We can just like get out of a jam very quickly, like a transportation circle or something like that."
he says, what's a car? He says, I'll tell you what. After we finish dinner, we can head down to one of our vaults. In fact, my Aunt Gloria, she installed this hold some time ago, and she has many treasures stored down there that are just collecting dust. He says, I'm sure we can find something.
Perfect.
Alex, did you say earlier that you thought these jokes were clever?
I don't.
I just want to verify that
Spicy.
I would like
You guys are
to.
too critical. I, for one, appreciate the effort
I would like
he's
to
gone
state for
into.
the record, yes, that I also think these are hilarious.
What? I don't understand. What are y'all laughing about?
Glory hole.
No, it's Gloria's hold.
Right. Yeah.
You're fucking with us, right?
Yeah, no.
It isn't over. It's okay.
But it is. Yeah, it is a play on the word hold, and it sounds similar to hole. Yes, but anyways, he says, so after dinner we could head down to her hold, and perhaps we could find something that would interest you.
Are we gonna stick our arm in
He says, I figure you'd stick your whole body in.
or your
It's
eye?
a pretty
How
large
does those
opening.
work? Never mind.
We can talk
Don't
about that
explain
later.
it. Don't explain it.
he once again looks very puzzled, and he's like, you walk inside of it and you store things there.
Oh, that's a big hole. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go
My aunt
explore it.
always seemed very satisfied when she came out of there, though.
Jesus.
I'm sure she did.
Why did you just rage quit?
I bet she was really convincing. That was a joke, right, Katie?
He says, all right, now, time for pie. And you see as the servants begin to
Okay.
bring out
I
pie.
forgot all
on
about the
plates.
pie. What does it look like? Why are we focused on this?
Because it's his wife's cherry pie.
Oh,
She's my cherry pie.
is it sexual looking pie?
No, it's literally just
No,
a
it's
slice
just
of.
Oh,
cherry.
Marjorie. Marjorie, make different jokes. Go on.
No, please continue. This is excellent.
I looked over. Marjorie's head is completely rolled back against her chair. Like she's doing some deep breathing or meditation or something
Yeah.
over there to regulate.
Yes, I mean,
Oh my
I would
God.
imagine Amy Ann is doing the same thing because she's, all of the willpower that she has in her body has been used to not eat this dinner.
Right?
So
Oh,
she's like,
yeah.
okay, we're gonna go back to the hotel. I'm gonna get some pancakes. It's gonna be fine.
You see as Ivana leans over and she says, Miss Amy Ann, I see you haven't touched your pie. Is it not to your liking?
Oh, I've just had some bad food experiences in the recent past, so I'm just gonna take it easy. Let my system recover a little bit. But thank you so much for the hospitality.
You could say that we got like food poisoning, essentially.
Yes.
And had a very unpleasant experience.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand that, but I can assure you that my pie is quite moist.
Yeah, there it was.
I'm sure. I'm sure your wife's pie is very moist. But
Alex, I hate you.
We'll still refrain.
I hate you.
You know, you can. We won't be munching on that, but maybe. Anyway. But thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, so
I'm so glad I muted because I did that like scream laugh. It would have been so loud.
I wish you hadn't been muted, but anyways.
Can I ask? So while I want a long shaft or whatever the fuck her name is
You want a long
talking to Amy Ann.
It's just gonna be like this for a while until we leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We're
ask
never
her.
leaving. Bentley's going to pledge his loyalty to the Longshaft family and stay there forever so that we always have to interact.
Bentley's like, can you adopt me?
I'd like
That
to
sausage was good.
Oh man.
He can respect a good wiener recipe.
All right, hold on. Amy Ann, what did you have?
something. So you look really lovely. Can you recommend a hairdresser? Because it's been quite a while since we've been here, and I kind of look a little shaggy.
Oh, yes. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. And she says, so my hairdresser, I've had two. One of them is a distant cousin of ours, Abel Longshaft. He's quite good with his hands, but he is a little busy sometimes. But my cousin Hugis is he's pretty good as well.
Marjorie, I don't know why you asked for more names in the family.
I
How
didn't know
many
he was going
names
to say
did you
family.
come up with? Is what I want to know. Let's stay here and just see how long the construction is.
He's got like a whole family tree, clearly.
Oh, and I've got their sworn enemies, but that's a whole other.
Now I want to know who their sworn enemies are, but I don't know how to ask it in character or why Bentley would ever ask that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. She says, "Oh, I'm sorry, not Hugis. It was sorry, I read the wrong one. It was Holden Longshaft. He is also very good at the hairdressing."
Okay, is that someone I can just find? Can I just find him in town?
She says, "Yes, here in the government district, he has a barber shop over about a block away from Agnes Hall."
What's the barbershop called?
It's the Longshaft Family Barber.
You didn't come up with anything for this.
There's no clever name. Yeah, there's no. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you guys wanted to go get your hair done. Yeah.
Longshaft scissors.
There you go. Longshaft cuts. Cuts are us.
Snipped long shafts.
Just the tip, long shaft.
No, long shaft snippings.
Oh God.
Snip the tip.
Okay, this is really great and productive.
We're getting through this episode so quickly. It's great.
I know.
We're making so much progress in this episode.
Yeah.
What were we supposed to be doing?
We ate sausage and made dick jokes. That's like
literally all we did.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh right, yeah, we were gonna go to the glory hole.
He said, "No, it's Glory's hold."
Yes, Alex.
Just to be clear, need to make our way back to the Rick so we can do our training montage.
Oh yeah.
So he says, "Well, do you see?" As Harold turns to you, he goes, "Well, do you have any more questions for me, or shall we take a venture down into my aunt's hold?"
I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about on our
way.
way.
So as you're heading through the castle, he's just like, "This castle has been here for a few generations in my family," and he says it's one of the oldest buildings in all of the city. It was originally built by my great grandfather, Peter Longshaft.
Yep.
I'm surprised it wasn't Pecker or something.
Oh no, that was his son.
Peter Pecker.
Yeah. God. Anyways, you make it down to the hold, and so I'm gonna have. Who wants to do the roll for treasure?
Can we all treasure? Pick something.
No, you're all gonna get one thing.
Oh.
Oh, I got a chariot last time. Someone else should go.
Rolled? Yeah, who hasn't?
Yeah.
What are we rolling? Is it a D100 or what?
Yeah, roll a D100 and we'll see what. Right. Actually, tell you what. Someone say high or low. I'm gonna roll a die, and that's gonna determine whether you get 2 things or 3 things.
Okay.
All right, who wants to call it?
I'll go with high.
Okay, so 3 of you roll a D100 and tell me what you get.
Richard rolled a 72.
Okay, so the 72, he pulls out a hat, and he says, maybe this will be to your liking. You said you're a bard, didn't you?
I did say that.
He pulls out like your medieval jester hat with like the bells on the end of the thing.
Yes.
It is the Mocking Imp's hat, and it allows the bearer to cast vicious mockery once per day.
Or actually, it's a jester set, so wouldn't Tasha's hideous laughter make me better?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I rolled a 52.
Okay, with a 52, this one is going to be kind of funny because I'm not sure that you would even use it, but
Oh, good.
you won the healing short sword.
Oh,
Use that.
Once
What does
per
it do?
day, you can perform a melee attack against one of your allies, and instead of dealing damage, it restores 1d6 hit points.
Okay.
But you actually have to hit them with it.
So if I fail, then it hurts?
If you roll a 1, maybe it deals some damage to them. Who is the last person rolling?
Bentley.
All
He
right,
did
Bent
97.
97. Ooh, there was some fun things at the top of the list. Oh, the adamantine coin. He hands a small token out and he says, I'm not exactly sure what this does, but it looks similar to some of the things you wear. It looks nothing like the things you wear. He's just pretty, he's a simple man. And you get it and you realize what it does is if you get hit by a critical hit, you roll a d6, and on a 5 or a 6, that critical hit becomes a normal hit. So it basically gives you a 1/3 chance to not be affected by a critical.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
actually pretty cool.
All right. And he says, "Well, was this? Do we seem like we've reached an amicable arrangement for what we're trying to do here?"
It works for me. We were going to try and take her down anyway, so.
Oh,
I believe
Does
so.
work out.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, good
Well,
luck.
by we, I mean Crystal. I didn't really want to take part in it, but now I do.
He
Thank
says,
you
"Well,
so much for your hospitality.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Oh, yes. Thanks for the excellent sausage, sir.
Us long shafts long to leave people satisfied when they leave our presence. So
I'm sure you do. Yeah.
we are very happy to have been gracious hosts. Now,
I'm curious,
Let-
what was his wife's maiden name?
uh,
Did you come up with anything for that? I'm just trying to see what all you came up with.
Is it vagina?
no, it's actually not.
No, but she has a brother named Lingus.
No, God, I'm not that. It's not that lame.
What is staying in this podcast episode, Marcel? What are we
There are
Probably.
20 minutes of usable content.
No, she was the princess of House Swallow.
Yeah, of course she was. Yep.
Yeah.
But
That's
her
way more
mother-
lame.
Her mother was originally a Spitz.
Yep.
Classic. All right, gang. Well, I guess we're going to head over to the Ricks so we can make good on that, training montage that they promised us.
Yeah.
You promised us a training montage in level 5. I mean, what?
Gratitude today keeps the haters away, and that's why we want to thank you for listening to Overworked and Underplayed. You just heard Alex Capps as our DM, Annalyn Hardy as Taylor Jacobs, Katie as Crystal 2.0, Marjorie as Amy Ann, Marcel Hardy as Richard Cox, and Tyler as Bentley. Episodes are edited by Marcel, and Circle Back episodes are edited by Katie. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll circle back in 2 weeks on June 27th for the next episode. You can help us to get the word out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also follow us on social at OWNUPPOD, that's OWNUPPOD, subreddit r/OWNUP.
What's his archivist's name?
It's
Oh,
a
God.
penis dickathon.